All right, founding president and CEO of SUNY Polytechnic Institute calling out an article in the Gotham Gazette after the paper reported he said he had been threatened with jail if he talks to the press about Governor Cuomo's Buffalo Billion project, a project that we know now is under investigation. Joining us now is our political analyst, the New York Post political columnist Fred Dicker, with more on all this. And Fred, this story, the layers of drama just keep adding on, I guess.
Well, we were kind of talking about this last night. I mean, the governor was denying that he was in any way questioned or subpoenaed, involved in the ongoing investigation of the Buffalo Billion. This so-called newspaper, it's called the Gotham Gazette. It's really not a newspaper. It's the organ of a self-described good government group from New York City, claimed that Elaine Calieros said that he could be jailed if he talked about the investigation. He also, even more significantly, the publication claimed that Calieros claimed or admitted that, in fact, he and the operation that he runs at Albany Poly were the targets of the investigation. Target's a very serious word. It would mean that they're being investigated for criminal conduct. Well, I contacted Calieros a little while ago. He's very upset. He says both claims are false. He never said that. He said they're not a target, and that he only made a flippant comment about going to jail, that he's not been threatened with going to jail if he talked about it. And in fact, no legal authority can put you in jail in this country merely for talking about an investigation that you may know about.
You know, with so much going on with this case, false information, not a good thing, so I'm glad we're getting that straightened out. I guess you talked to the state controller, Tom DiNapoli, today. Now, I know him pretty well. He plays his cards, you know, he plays things close to the vest, but he said something interesting today, right?
He did, and he's a straight shooter by most accounts. I agree with that, an honest broker, and I was pressing him a little bit about investigating some of what the governor's administration is doing, and in particular, big amounts of money that have been spent promoting the state as a supposedly good place for businesses to invest. And we've certainly heard a lot about that, $200 million or more spent. He said, and a lot of ears perked up at the Capitol, he said, stay tuned on his investigation of this. Well, stay tuned is a phrase that Preet Bharara used several months ago when asked if there were going to be more indictments. And most people think that the U.S. Attorney's use of the phrase was certainly known to the state controller and that he wouldn't have used it unless he had something big coming down the pike.
But again, we don't know what that is just yet.
Correct.
All right, so we'll stay tuned as well, right?
Stay tuned, absolutely.
All right, thank you very much, Fred. Don't forget, you can hear Fred's radio program live from the state capitol every weekday morning from 10 to 11. Just tune in to Talk 1300 AM.